How y'all doing? If you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. So we got a couple of Vtechs today, and we have two different dog monopolies. So shot in the dark on these. These were $2 each, and this was $1. So I had to go with that. All right, let's dig into dog monopoly. This is an official monopoly, unlike the other one. And I don't think it's going to matter, but the reason I wanted to grab this, I only grabbed it on sale because I'm not sure about it. But it has tokens. And there we go. It has a lot of different style of tokens. Fire hydrant, dog house. People love dogs. And that's something you can't get out of a traditional Monopoly. So if I list Monopoly tokens and just the different ones that are in there, I thought maybe this would generate some interest. You can play Monopoly with whatever you want. I'm not selling this for parts. Or we're not selling this as a whole because I don't want to. I don't know what's different about it. Oh, this isn't the legitimate Monopoly. Okay, so the confusing thing about Monopoly is they will lease the rights to Monopoly to anybody else for whatever reason. Originally Parker Brothers, but then Hasbro actually manufactures it now. But, where'd it go? Oh, it's on here. Then we got USA Opoly. It makes all these weird monopolies. I thought that's what the other one was because it's called Dogopoly. Whatever. We'll figure it out. So it's not going to be exactly the same. But still, the parts will be good for something. So, I'm bored with dogs. I'm not going to bother listing this. I'm sure it's not going to sell as is. The fact is, I buy these, if I'm not sure, I buy them when they are as cheap as possible. So, may have actually got this for less than $2. Might have been $1. All right, we have our money. Monopoly dog money. I'm going to loosely put this together, and then we're going to look that one up. So I don't have a listing for it. If it's not going to move at all. So the rule with that is, if it's something that nobody's ever going to look for, it doesn't matter. Like that if, you can make the argument this is rare. Nobody will ever search for it. Now, the reason the tokens are okay is because the actual Monopoly game has a dog in it. So people will search for dog token sometimes, or they want to get a specific token to add to the collection. This will pop because of that. But dog money, I don't think would really do anything. The chance to be chest cards or water bowl and something else. It's just like pictures of dogs. This is just super gimmicky. It's probably very cheap. I'm guessing US Opoly. If you've seen one in the wild, it might be at a mall gift shop or an airport gift shop. It's just something kind of dumb you can pick up. It's like a grandparent or an aunt or an uncle style gift where they don't really know what you like, but they're like, hey, you have a dog and you probably like Monopoly. And this is their shot at getting you something. And it ended up at a thrift store in immaculate condition. So that was a swing and a miss. So problematic here for no reason whatsoever is the hotels and houses are the wrong color. So the houses are red and the hotels are black. I don't know why, but that makes those non-sellable. because nobody would be looking for that. So we have tokens, and I think we're actually missing tokens. So this may be a straight up flop. Now the tokens I do have would have value regardless, but I was hoping to have all of them. And it doesn't look like we do. We're gonna pause this and just go through the box just to make sure. So I sorted the game, and I don't have the tokens. And we don't know about the money, so I thought we'd just dig into the next one. Because the tokens are not the same, but some of them are. Dog dish and fire hydrant, I have both of those. If there's something wrong with this set, I may be able to salvage it and make like a good sized set of alternative tokens. Now this is Late for the Sky made this version. And they make a lot of these as well. So, like I said, for whatever reason, Monopoly can just give its rights out. I don't know if Parker Brothers doesn't manufacture any longer, and that's why this happened. It's actually a local company to me. They're in Springfield, Mass. But I don't know the ins and outs of that. There's really not much production left in Massachusetts, so there are paper mills, oddly enough, and you'd think board games would be entwined in that. Got Dogopoly. So our money is different, which again poses a problem. Doesn't look like Monopoly money. So we're gonna have 2 stacks of dog money, and we can determine if it's gonna move, and I really, really doubt it. Actually, a more robust. This is all like hard plastic. The other Monopoly's half the size. Like the color scheme's wrong. Just like randomly mixed up the colors. So really, we're down to the tokens. This one wasn't even you. You gotta be kidding me. There's no tokens. I was about to say it wasn't even used because these are still in the package. However, there's an empty bag in here where there would have been tokens. So I'm likely going to lose my $4. But I learned a $4 lesson here. Really, I hate that people do that with thrift stores. They like ruin the thing and then drop it off. Like, what are you doing? So we do like dog bones and dog houses. Well, this really isn't useful. So we're just going to look up dog Monopoly stuff and see if we can salvage this in any way. So I punched in Monopoly Doghouse because both of those sets included a doghouse token. Just to get an idea. So we have Monopoly Dog Lovers. I don't know if that's a legitimate set. But we have a doghouse. And that doghouse is not the same. This one, there's no way you'll be able to see that. So then we have Dogopoly, Dog Houses and Bones. And I'm terrible at photos, but like legitimately that's the worst photo I've ever seen on eBay. Yeah. So Monopoly Littlest Pet Shop. That's legit. So we've got the dog houses again. Then we have this dog house down here. Just to see what's out there. Let's punch in Dog Bowl. We got one of those too. That's a spike. That is from, mine says The Dog. Dog related game pieces, Bone Bowl. Another spike, The Dog. All right, so this will be our litmus test here. 67 for sale. 3. One of them Snoopy. So yeah, this is not good. We'll check the money. Let's put dog money. But I'm thinking this entire thing was a bust, unfortunately. So here's the Dogopoly money. Here's another set. A Hasbro Dog Lovers. So even though this is kind of a crap gimmick, everybody jumped on it. The dog, what we got, 109, 13 sold, and none of it is actually money, except this is everything. Oh, you choose, which doesn't really tell you. All right, so that is all being swept away into the trash. I'll actually keep the tokens. I have like a bag of mixed tokens, just in case I ever get something and I need to fill it out. But as far as the hotels, dog bones, all that, it is going away. But learned a lesson here to be careful with these non-monopoly games, because now there's really not any value in them. Alright, so we gotta make our money back here. Have I ever had an episode of this where I lost money? I think maybe one. Usually I'm doing something, but today not so much. Now, I said before I wasn't going to pick up Vtechs anymore. This week I sold like 3 or 4, oddly enough. I don't know why or what happened, but then I went today and it was 2 for $1. So like, you know, I just sold some, so I might as well. I don't know if there's going to be a resurgence of this or what, but of course we got to test them out, possibly fix them if they're broken. Done that before. So this is a hot rod. I sold a yellow hot rod this week. I may already have a purple. Batteries are dead, but it's not corroded. Throw in 2 more and see where we're at. Good to go. H is for hot rod, that's right. I don't know what the going rate is on this. The hot rod I sold, I think, was for maybe 9. May have a purple one already. I sold a yellow. So we're going to look at our pricing and adjust, and then we have a police car. This is like the, I guess, the first edition, if you could call it that. I know I have at least probably 2 more. About 7 fire trucks, but I did sell one this week. And part of this is just upping my inventory so I can move a price point down, perhaps. Let's see where we're at with all this. Oh, nice. They stored it without batteries. And that works. Beauty. All right. So let's get into how many of these I have and what the going rate is. All right, so reviewing my Vtech movement and what I had going. This one, I had 2 in stock at $8. So I added another one, decided to lower that to 7. That means I make $2 all set on this. This one, I had actually sold. I didn't realize I sold it about a month ago. So, went through and I'm actually selling more Vtechs than I realized. I've been selling a lot of stuff in general. So, yeah, it just went out the door at some point and I forgot. So what I did is I reactivated my old listing. Don't even have to do anything. will point out, if you're fairly new to eBay, if you reactivate an old listing just to save yourself some time, it automatically puts that listing at accept offers at half of whatever the going price was. No matter what you had it set at before, I don't do offers almost ever. Only on large ticket items generally. So just watch yourself, because you could end up owing money basically. If somebody were to snatch it and you said yeah, not realizing that you set it at an offer, you could end up having to send it out or face some bad feedback. So keep an eye on that. But we sold that for 8, listed this one for 8. That puts us here. We broke even, just barely perhaps, but we learned a little bit about Monopoly, right? So it's not a loss. We got 2 items to list, a couple of tokens, learned some lessons, had some laughs, shed some tears. So if you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.